but not maybe second, yeah, 2 or 3 chapters.
Like office coding. Okay. So what's your plan about IE? How many IEs you are planning?
Well, there's 7, all of the locations. So there's 7 for this phase, and there were 3 previously.
I like to excuse me. Okay. So please reduce the number of IEs. Yeah.
Actually, I support Tanaka-san. I actually see huge volume of work. We need a he's laughing. Being a development specialist, I should say even more, right? Yeah. So maybe number can be minimized. Since like these are not huge construction, small like 2 or 3 story buildings, almost like typical. Maybe there are differences in the site because these are located in different areas of the country. So some geographic differences are there. Otherwise, building construction is simple building construction. So definitely you should have one IE for a central warehouse and the laboratory. That's completely different kind of work. It's very complicated to me. And for the land port, right? Should I say land port? Land port, maybe you can reduce the number based on the geography, right? If it is like at the western side of the Bangladesh, like if it's a dry region, like Russia and that part, maybe you can concentrate there. If it is still having 7, you have already done for the first phase.
Yeah. Let me emphasize that these. Let me emphasize that these are all done. These are not early drafts that are easy to reconfigure. These are complete documents. So it's a lot of work to have prepared them, and it's going to be a lot of work to turn them into, to reduce them in number. So please consider that.
Yeah, if it is done, if the work, you thought of reducing your workload, if the work is done, I think better stick to that, yeah? So then we will have more specific EMP, very specific EMP concerning that project, that site, So it's fine. I think I'm happy, that you've done all those IEs. Usually, we usually have conversation at the very beginning, then we try to minimize the work, While you prepare 7 IEs, I will have the job to review 7 IEs. And other department at headquarters, they have also the similar responsibility, 7 IEs instead of doing like 2 or 3 IEs. A lot of work for everybody. But anyway, work is done, I think we should accept it. Yeah.
Please let me know how many pages of each IE now.
Well, each one is about, the main text is about 100 pages, and then with all the appendices, with all the appendices, it's over 200, each one.
Okay. No, I mean, that's pretty standard. No, I'm not surprised, that's very standard. Yeah, but the point is that, sorry, what is your name? Simon. So, did you use primary data? This is about the quality test.
Yes, yeah. So we had environmental sampling done at all of the sites.
Okay, primary data.
Yeah, for surface water quality, groundwater quality, air quality, and noise.
Please continue.
Oh, yes, I continue. Okay.
But you can stop it.
All right. Yeah.
Please discuss the code, because we cannot support the importing the code. We cannot support the infrastructure development to induce importing code.
Okay.
Yeah, please check.
Yeah.
That is my concern. Also, I like to read know the details of the Central Customs Laboratory. Yes, as already Simon mentioned that probably we need to careful what kind of the laboratory equipment will be installed.
Yeah.
If it is like a radioactive or explosive or maybe smelly or these the equipment or materials are to be installed yet.
Radioactive, you can get almost 40% cost in the first place.
That's right. Yeah.
I have come back in 30 minutes.
Yeah. So I think the most important thing is that why do you need this laboratory? It means that the imports will have in the country. So that will be tested in the laboratory, isn't it? Is that the purpose?
It's there for testing through customs tariff classification.
Only classification. So hazardous materials can also come, right? Can also be imported. Yeah. So it means like, management of, disposal of or management of those, all sorts of materials, including hazardous materials, we need to have the option in the EMP. So then, like, if you have the option, if you include the option in the management option in the EMP, then you have to also consider cost for the BOT. If it is not costed, no one will implement it. I mean, to me, to us, like the person of the IER EMP has no value if it is not costed, if the work is not given to the contractor for implementation. So please do consider till end of the pipeline that it is implemented by the contractor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the EMPs are costed. The EMPs are costed, and where we're recommending a specific design feature, the one thing that we haven't had a big discussion about yet is costing for an incinerator at that location. But in general, if we're recommending a design feature, we're already talking with the architect, with the design team about what needs to be included. And that's also something that's been done from the climate change angle, which Rob will talk about later. But these things are foreseen.
That's right. Wonderful. Yeah, you have to consider everything at this stage. Later on, I feel no one will revise or change the design. We have to propose everything at this moment. And another thing is that on the health and safety, one is laboratory safety, another health and safety during the construction work. As you know, already flag that issue in the presentation. So, what are the remedial actions you have in your mind?
In addition to occupational health and safety?
Yes, occupational health and safety.
Yeah. Okay, well, so at all of these sites, there's always a concern during construction for water quality from soil erosion or from operation of concrete batch plants or concrete batching. There's going to be dust at all of the sites during construction. There's going to be noise. There's going to be traffic. And so the EMP specifies that for each of these kinds of impacts, the contractor will have to produce a management plan. So, for example, a dust control plan or a soil erosion prevention plan, and each of those plans will be approved by the construction supervision consultant. So that's all in the EMP, so that when the contractors are preparing their bids, they know, okay, I have to prepare this plan and this plan and this plan, in addition to the CEMP, to the Contractor Environmental Management Plan. So I think we're reasonably well covered on that.
Yeah, right. These are pretty much very standard practice we have been doing in all our projects. I just want to hear from you some creative idea, if you could share right now, because we are facing a lot of issues in our current project. Accidents are happening, people are killed, and there are CMPs, there are health and safety issues. We are talking, giving training, all the plans are there, CMPs are there, still things are not working. People are injured, people are killed. So I I'm just thinking, can you, from your experience, wider experience in various countries, any measures can you suggest that that contractor will really follow it? Because we have a lot of discussion because they all know that how much time we spend just to convince them, motivate them, and in every respect how much time we spend to talk to the contractor and their staff, but still it's not working. And for ADB, we cannot really go that far. So tell us some ideas of how this can work.
I'll tell you what my number one idea is that ADB should make sure that the construction supervision consultant knows what they're doing. Okay, I think ADB is able to have eyes on the procurement process. ADB is able to review when you're hiring the construction supervision consultant, because so much depends on the commitment and the knowledge, the expertise of the construction supervision consultant, because they're the ones who are overseeing the construction, and they're the ones who the client the proponent, they will depend on the construction supervision consultant to make the contractors follow the EMP. And if the construction supervision consultant doesn't care, nothing will happen. So that, I think, is where ADB can really play a role in making sure that the construction supervision consultant is committed.
Is there a way, like, to penalize, carrot and stick in both ways? If that can be introduced in our system, in the implementation process. First, in penalizing, if it is not working, maybe you have that, one-time warning, second time, third time, then you penalize, right? Contractors' work are always approved by the supervision consultant. So something wrong also there between two parties. So think about, in this process, in this project, penalizing, how it can be penalized, first thing. And another thing is that when you are preparing the overall EMP, also suggest manpower. Manpower, I see that it is very much shortage. When you suggest manpower, one environment specialist, intermittent. It doesn't really work, right? For the 6 lampposts, these are in different locations of the country. So one person cannot go everywhere in every site. So think about it. So how they can commute, how intensively they should monitor the site. One part. Another part is health and safety. I think to me is a different kind of skill set. So while we suggest specialist for supervision, there should be one also health and safety specialist. So to consider both and suggest in the EMP. And all the documents, I don't know, you will be prepared to support the Tanaka-san. Please do write all of those personnel so that it is there. It will be there and we can also enforce it from our end.
Yes, each of the EMPs specifies that there actually has to be an environment health and safety officer for each of these locations. And actually for the Darsana location, because there are large sites and they're spread apart, that there would actually be two people who would be assigned to be doing the have a presence on site doing the regular compliance monitoring. So that is it's specified in the EMPs.
Okay. So what is your plan? When can you share the IEs with us? We can have a look.
You already have them. I submitted them last week.
You already said it took us Monday.
You just not
I feel like missing some reports, so I just get registered and then the meeting that we didn't get after the TS revision that we have overview of.
one more thing. So are you going to help Tanaka-san in writing this project administration manual at the time. We will be supporting, right? So please, Simon Weber, please do consider putting all the information. Because implementation, manpower is all important. I have seen, so many projects we are implementing, prepare and implementing. Towards end, we don't have time. So, we put one person, project is for 5 years, but 12 months intermittent, one person, maybe 100 kilometer road. What is this? This person, he needs to know the magic, right? So, I feel like put yourself in their shoes and then make a plan accordingly. So since you are drafting, helping Tanaka-san with this document, so please do consider putting environment specialist and separately health and safety specialist. And give adequate time so that work can be done without any hassle at the side. There's so many actually issues are now at this moment, I feel like hiding somewhere. yeah, because you cannot, how much you can do. These are all, very specific work. So designated staff should be there for this specific job. Otherwise, who will do? And one person we are giving one engineer for several work. What he will do? He will do whatever he likes. He will not do whatever he doesn't like. This is very much clear, right? Yeah. Yeah. So this is my recent, what we say, that my observation, and I feel like that I wherever I get a chance, I share with everybody who should do it. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Yeah. So good to know that you have used primary data for all this information. And what about the climate change? How are you going to address, especially for the land force? Because we do have now, it's so erratic, continuous rain, no idea. We did not have it earlier. When there is low rain day, it's a huge temperature. So what kind of adjustments you are making in your design? Anything new are you suggesting this time?
So we do have a climate change specialist who's preparing a climate risk and adaptation assessment. So he'll be talking about that a little bit later. But I think there are various things that have been specified in the designs for climate change adaptation. So and each of the sites has a environment and climate change plan, which specifies all about using green space and trees for shade and green roofs, water harvesting, infiltration. All kinds of things have been integrated in the design, and there's also for many of the sites, there's additional filling has been specified so that the buildings will be raised above, even higher than the current flood level or historic flood level to account for climate change. I think I would probably defer to our climate change specialist who's on the call to add more later on when he presents.
Yes, I will fill in those gaps. Good introduction. You've almost covered it all, Simon. I could probably go to bed.